My video for November the 7th, 2017 is entitled Man-Made Diseases and Other Elite Plans. Most of us who have been paying attention to some of the scoops revealed on the internet realize that the so-called elite establishment wants to reduce the world population down to a more manageable 500 million people. This is not new information. Of course, the elite would rather keep most of us in the dark. It's much harder for them to control people who are waking up to the sad reality of our world, namely, that those at the top of their pyramid are psychopaths or sociopaths. While starting and financing both sides in major conflicts and wars has been their usual mode of operation, it's not enough for them. More and more information is being revealed that at least since World War II, there has been an ongoing plan to create new diseases, as well as to stifle the body's immune system by acidizing our diet. Of course, they also fan the flames of discontent in trying to pit one group against another. The last thing they want is a healthy and peaceful population. For the elite, it's all about control, and money is the means of working towards that end. They pay others to create problems. I was a little bit beside myself this morning as I wondered, where did I read that? I mean, I went and looked at things that I had downloaded and I couldn't find it. And then it finally dawned on me, I wonder if it's in an email from one of my friends who clandestinely hides the topics of many of her emails so as they're not censored. I mean, her belief is that all of her emails are censored, so she camouflages them. But anyway, the title of the article that I was referring to was Common Mycoplasmas, New Weaponized, Pathogenic, and Deadly. And it was printed in Rumor Mill News in 2017 recently, but it was originally from the Nexus magazine, volume 8, number 5, from August-September 2001. So I did find the source, and I was really relieved to be able to state that in the video. I was concerned because I wanted to put that in, and I actually rewrote the blurb to take out my my original. In my original blurb, I didn't put a reference to that, and then I couldn't because I couldn't find it. So I took it out of the blurb and I didn't put it back in the blurb, but I mention it here now so that you can look it up. But folks, we need to understand a number of things, most important of which is that those that claim to be the elite do not seem to be benevolent beings. I mean, I remember, looking at Hillary and some of her notorious interviews and statements and statements of other supposed leaders of our world that have shown that they are not, they don't think like ordinary people. It's so what? People die, so what? We die, yes, that's part of life, we think. But there has been manipulation, I said since World War II, as far as creating other diseases and stuff like that. But there have been plans by the elite for millennia to control the lesser population, to those that are considered non-elite. And this is why we live on a planet like Earth that seems to be demon-possessed. It seems to be, everything seems to be inside out and upside down and backwards. Nothing seems to be truthful. And of course, the father of lies is what we in Christianity are taught is the devil or Lucifer. He was a spirit that rebelled against God, an angel that rebelled against God, and became one of the fallen angels and took 1/3 of the angelic realm with them, according to the way that I was taught it. And whether that's reality or fiction or what it is, it certainly is an explanation to why the world is so inverted, to why things are so insane on a planet where if we could cooperate, we could probably be able to travel anywhere in the universe, and without using the antiquated spaceships. I mean, we could just beam ourselves, like in beam me up, Scotty. You know, we could just beam ourselves to what other planet we wanted to go and dematerialize here and rematerialize there in an instant. You know, there's all sorts of technologies and possibilities and potentialities that might exist, but they don't serve the elite establishment, which is, as I said in the blurb, to make money, and they do that as the means of control. Money is the control grid. It's the system by which the establishment controls everybody else that's non-establishment. And to reduce the world's population down to a manageable 500 million is on the Georgia Guidestones. I mean, it's put out there, carved in 4 major languages, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and even some minor languages. So it's not something that's hidden. Somebody put that information out there to be seen. And yet many people that only listen to the mainstream news, mainstream media, don't see that, don't get it. And they don't want, the people that put the mainstream media and control the mainstream media don't want the general population to awaken. So many of the challenges that we face are created challenges by those with malevolent intentions. We need to get that through our heads, and somehow, in my opinion, the actual God, the actual creator, needs to start taking responsibility for the mess that has been made by allowing an anything goes free will zone that honors the free will of no one. Because I have not chosen to be controlled by others as I've awakened over a period of time. I have tried to file papers and take action to become free of the establishment. But it doesn't work, except for me. They might let a few cases slide through, but in general, they're not going to let many cases slide through, and certainly not somebody that makes a new video every day and tries to wake people up. They're not going to let me and others like me all of a sudden become wealthy and able to do the things that we'd like to see accomplished in this world, at least see the world moving in a direction that begins to free humanity from the lies and the corruption. This is a dream of mine, a goal of mine, and again, I was told when I was 18 that they gave me to God before I was born, and I had a predisposition toward things like that from earliest childhood. I mean, I just loved the idea of God establishing peace on earth and teaching us and bringing us to a place where we could actually love one another. But we can't love when love and lies do not exist together. Love is telling the truth. And lies, of course, keep us from knowing the truth. And most importantly, the truth of who we are. Can we overcome the elite? Can the demonic establishment be brought down? That's my prayer. That's my dream. That's what I want more than I want anything else. I want to see that at least start happening in my lifetime. Anyway, folks, thank you for bearing with me and listening again as I rant on this subject. Namaste.